Okay, so you have made it to the second video. What do we do now? We want to get up and running as quickly as possible, writing some Python. I feel a little bit like a soccer coach. I've got a new team. Nobody has ever played soccer before. Where do we start? Do I sit you down in the classroom, the locker room, talk about the history of soccer, what the different positions do, show you some strategy, draw on the board? Or do we just go out to the field, to the pitch? I toss the ball out and say, you have, try and kick it in that goal. You have, try and kick it in that goal. Don't use your hands, right? Both are valid approaches. Both have strengths. In that second one, you will learn how to play soccer very quickly. You might find out that you're not good and you don't know how to get better, or you might find that you're really good, but you actually plateau very quickly. Neither of those will happen if we sit down in a classroom, but you won't actually play soccer, which is kind of the point. So I'm going to try throughout the course and toe that line between explaining why things work the way they do and focus primarily, though, on how they work, because we want to make sure that's where you're at the end of the course. So in this video, the first thing we're going to do is go to python.org, and we are going to run some Python. Before we put it on your computer, which is where we will almost always run it, I want you to click on this yellow button here which says Launch Interactive Shell. And you may get a whole bunch of stuff happening up here depending on whether you've been here or not before. Let me make it a little bit bigger here so we can see. It gives us the version of Python, the date that version was released. These three arrows, more importantly, that means we have a Python prompt so we can tell Python what to do. All right, this isn't magic. The website here does not run Python. The website only runs JavaScript. But what python.org is doing is it will take our code, it will send it to Python, and then it will respond with the results. Okay, so what we're going to do, the first thing you always do when you learn a new programming language, definitely the first thing you do when you learn to program for the first time, is you print the text "Hello World" to the screen. Okay, and we can start off by typing the word print. Print is a command that Python knows. That's something that we can tell Python and it will know what to do. We have to hand print something, and when we hand a command something, we put it inside parentheses. So we've got print and then parentheses. We want to print out some English, and in order to tell Python, hey, this is English, this is not for you, we put it in quotation marks. Okay, so then we can type inside there, hello world, like so. If you're French, obviously French, not English. If you're Chinese, same thing, okay? But we print hello world inside those parentheses to say, hey, this is what I'm handing you. We put the English inside of quotation marks. We hit enter, and how exciting is that? We've managed to do the impossible. Your very first programming task in Python was to print hello world out, okay? You can do any number of other things. You can do 3 plus 4 like that, and it will kick out the number 7. We can make a variable, which we'll talk about later. We'll do n equals 5, and then I can do n plus 4, and it will return 9. Okay, this is a great way to just try simple things, okay? But we're going to get into the position where we have hundreds of lines of code, and we're not going to want them in this website. So that's why in the next video, we're going to install Python. One video will be for Mac, and the other one will be for Windows. Please pick the appropriate video, and I will see you there.